Right, before we go, we have just enough time for a night at the darts. We've done it with Bridgie, so we're going to do it with Edgar in the hot seat this time around. So, look, I know you're a regular listener of Love the Darts, so you know what this is about. So, this is if you're going for a night at the darts, you're not playing.
Yep.
You know, you're there to watch.
I think we know the answer
Lovely.
to this, the first one, don't we?
Well,
Given
yes, your background. What would your fancy dress be?
You're thinking of the Ultimate Warrior or Undertaker or something, aren't you?
Well, a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd like to join in with the darts. So there's always a Smurf, there's always a traffic cone,
Yep.
Yeah.
there's always that guy who looks like he's sitting on the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But you can't go to the darts without seeing a banana. And
Yeah.
I think I'd have
What,
to
in
go.
pyjamas or just a banana?
That could be evolved, couldn't
Yeah.
it?
I didn't think you'd follow the crowd, I have to be honest.
Well, I want to make sure
you
there's a
put
banana
yourself
in there.
I've seen a few Bret Harts, I've seen a few Undertakers, I've not seen a few Kurt Angles.
Yeah. I'd like to keep tradition.
Fine.
And for
Okay.
me, there's got to be a banana at the darts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if I go as the banana, I know there's a banana.
Yeah,
out there.
you know that there'll be one there
Yeah.
at least.
You're going to see it every week now.
Yeah.
Every week you're going to look around, you're always going to see a
Damn it,
banana.
is that mad or?
Yeah.
Satin tables or are you standing?
Stands.
Standing?
All the time, yeah.
Okay. Which two players, past or present, are you watching and why?
I think, for me, it'd have to be Taylor Van Gerwen, because they are the greatest two players of all time, and I'd never get bored of watching that match. You could literally put that game on every single week. And
Be Needle.
yes, there'd be plenty of shenanigans, shall we say, with that one. So yeah, that's the game.
What venue would you go to and why?
Winter Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. For me, it's so iconic. But also that I used to go to the Winter Gardens, and I go every year, and I've been going since I was a child. Like we went first 1997 was the first time we went to the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, and it's such an iconic venue, and it's such a unique feel in there. And anyone who hasn't been there needs to go. It is such a good venue for darts. I love the Winter Gardens and love Blackpool as well. So it's the perfect tie-in because I can then go get on a Big Dipper afterwards.
What would you write on your sign?
Promote the channel, surely. Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, this is a funny one because we actually went to the match play last year, and I was stood at the back.
Oh
'cause
gosh,
of
what
course
did
I
you
am.
write?
I didn't write on it. There was a guy in front of us who, for the whole show, stood there with his sign up, and he never put it down the whole time. He was adamant he was going to try and get it on camera, and every time the camera came round, he was there. And imagine watching the whole night, 4 matches of darts, with your arms up like the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's
He never
tough.
took it down.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the commitment to this guy. So I feel like I need to mention this on his behalf,
Okay.
and I'm always going to take the sign for him. So he's had that little bit of a moment.
Well, I'm intrigued.
It,
What
it
was on
said, have you seen, you know the song, Don't Go Breaking My Heart?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had Don't Go Breaking John Part.
Ah.
And he must have thought it was the funniest thing in the world because he was adamant for 4 hours to hold his sign up.
He wanted John to see it.
Oh.
I don't know who he wanted to see it, but we've mentioned it now, so hopefully, well, I mean, I've told John about this song.
Are you sure it
actually.
was in keeping with that song? 'Cause
Well, John broke his voice, though, didn't he, at the Worlds?
no, well that was Wayne.
Oh, yeah, but John did it as well, didn't he? With Sulovic.
Oh.
Yeah.
He did something. Yeah, he did something with that concert. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it could have just been "Don't go breaking John Park." Just
Yeah, we'll have that on the sign. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
okay,
my
fine.
sign. Don't go breaking John Part. And I've told
Yeah.
John about this story.
Yeah, don't
He
go
loved
breaking
it.
him, give him some afternoons off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what works hard, John. What food would you have?
Hot dog.
Standard, isn't it?
Yeah, big fan of hot dogs. I don't know whether I'd go with crispy onions or like.
Nice, sort of added texture.
Ali Pali, the food
You're just
selection.
surprised we analysed
No,
it this much.
No, but Ali Pali, the
Like
food selection is quite vast this year. Ali Pali, yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup?
Yeah. Well, mustard as well, or just.
No, I think the mustard might ruin it a little bit. I might
Okay. Too
maybe a
strong.
cheeky line of mayo as well, just
Oh, I'm not sure.
but under the sausage.
Right.
So
layering. We're
so it goes
layering.
into the
Yeah.
bread. You see that
Yeah.
way. So
Right.
I'm a big
okay.
fan of hot dogs.
Big hot dog fan. Lastly, which 3 famous people are you sharing the evening with?
I think I'll take Michelle Keegan with me.
Big wrestling fan.
Yeah, I think she's a huge darts fan as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Would have
just,
thought so, yeah.
just from what I've heard on the grapevine there. Chris Jericho,
Standard.
favourite wrestler of all time
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I love Chris Jericho.
Agree.
And Mickey Flanagan because
Bit of a laugh. Out. Would you be out? Or
well, he's only just got to speak. Like as soon as he comes on the show and he says anything, I just start laughing. Like it's
yeah, okay.
everything he does, and I've now started adopting some of the things like he says. Like when every time we go past the shop, we see like bran flakes. I've got to do it that bran flakes. You know, so Yeah, he cracks me up. He doesn't have to do anything, just has to walk on stage and I'm gone. So,
Okay.
yeah, Mickey Flanagan would make it a good night.
Solid night, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a good night. Who doesn't want to go eating hot dogs with Michelle Keegan, Chris
Yeah,
Jericho, and Mickey Flanagan while watching Phil Taylor?
Name a better night.